welcome back for another book review. Today we're talking about this one. So this is Numerology, A Beginner's Guide to the Spiritual Meaning of Numbers by Remington, Donovan. I think that's how you're supposed to say that. So this book is kind of what the title suggests. It seems to be numerology specifically in a Kabbalah mindset. But I am not completely well-versed in numerology. It's still one of the subjects that everyone's not expert in everything, and numerology is not my expertise. I am more intrigued by it than a lot of things, so I'm starting to learn it. I would not say I'm an expert, but it seems to be he kind of detoured substantially from the books that I have learned in my knowledge completely and went down a different path. I didn't know the Kabbalah did their own thing with the numbers, and I think that's what this book does. With that said, I gave it a 3. I'm not sure, but whenever we've talked numerology, there's just a handful of numbers that aren't included. 0, never included. 10, not included. So there's some, this author included those, and it's like, okay, it starts at 1, and the meanings were not what I found anywhere. I think 2 was kind of the same, but the entire book is calling it back to the Kabbalah, which is not a system I care about at all. I have zero really interest in it. If it ends up being, some watered down thing that people have used, whatever, but truly trying to learn the system as it is in the today world, I don't. It's not one I care about. That's why I'm not continuing with the Temple of Witchcraft series, because I don't care. That's where it's gonna go. It's just not, it's not a thing that I care about. I'm not into that. If you don't know what the Kabbalah is, it's kind of like Christian and Jewish mysticism, kinda. Think kind of Freemasonry sort of vibes. But it's a magic system that has a lot of different than what you're going to find in modern witchcraft and pagan spaces. So there's sometimes some overlap, but yeah, it's its own thing, really, and I don't like it. It's not a system that I'm really interested in learning about at all, and that's the majority of this book. And it's calling back to those features from that tradition, and I think it's all tailored to that, what the numbers mean in the Kabbalah compared to what everyone else is doing. Because again, I'm pretty sure if you look at number meanings in tarot versus modern numerology, it might be a little, even then modern's kind of iffy. Because again, I read one book that we've had on our shelves that was from, I want to say the 30s, the 1930s, because now I'm going to have to start specifying that because that's just around the corner. But yeah, a really old book that was the same as some that were published in the last couple of years. And this is just on its own little journey. So that was a little bit of a loop. But if you like that kind of a thing, it's a good resource because it's got a lot of information. It has different meanings. Obviously, it talks about, if you're just seeing these numbers, some affirmations to go with it, kind of some shadowy bits for each one. It's got a lot of information, but again, it's all kind of context around the Kabbalah version of these numbers. Also obnoxious, of course. Why would we have a conclusion? And why would we have sources? Again, where are you getting this information from? Because I'm very curious. Who else is using 0 and 10? Nobody uses that in numerology. It starts at 1, it goes 1 through 9, and then you have your master numbers or whatever, master or ascended numbers or something that's 11, 22, and 33. I think that's the only special numbers. And then sometimes witches throw in 13 because that's our number. But for the most part, 1 through 9, and then again, a couple doubles, and that's it. Not 0, not 1, or not 10, because 10 becomes 1. So yeah, I don't know where he got his information from, because why would we have any sources? So yeah, if you are into the Kabbalah tradition, if that's the thing that intrigues you and you want to incorporate some numerology within that, I think this will be a good book for you. If you're looking for regular numerology, I would maybe, if you want to read it, compare it to other books, because I don't think I've seen very similarities between the other ones that I have read comparing to this one. There is nothing that felt extremely familiar. I think it is really just in the context of, again, the Kabbalah. I could be wrong, because again, I'm not an expert on numerology, just what I have experienced thus far. So yeah, anyways, I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day. And of course, make sure to watch for my announcement video on the 19th to get access to the audiobook of mine that will be available for the rest of the year. So if you want to listen to my book, it will be available, and that will be coming out on the 19th. Till next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.